Good afternoon, brethren. I believe you had a great week and also you've been having a good weekend so far. Today, I'll be speaking to you about the subject, there's no time to give up, so don't give up yet. There's no time to give up, so don't give up yet. And I'm blessed and fortunate enough to have my brethren with me. So before we move on, I'll leave the open forum to them so they can introduce themselves.
Hello, my name is Cynthia. I'm from Orange Congregation and Christ Congregation. I'm a dual citizen.
Hello, my name is Emmanuella and I'm from Orange Congregation.
Hello, my name is Yafran Pom from Orange Congregation.
Hi, my name is Evans Fifi as well, and I'm from Orange Congregation.
Hi, my name is Prince Kwame Kobe. I'm from Orange Congregation.
We thank you. Beloved, there's no time to give up, so don't give up yet. That's the subject we are talking on today. So, before my panelists begin to advise you on not giving up on whatever ambition or whatever goal you have for yourself, there's something that I'd like to tell you, and that is there are different perceptions and predictions of you. Some either of your own self or some that people have of you. But regardless of how people see you, regardless of how you see yourself, there's still an opportunity not to give up in whatever ambition, whatever goal, whatever aim, or whatever determination that you've set for yourself. So, Sister Cynthia, how do you determine not to give up? There's no time to give up. So how do you encourage somebody not to give up?
Okay. There's no one straight path in life. There's no direct path in life, and the journey of life is not smooth. There'll always be obstacles. One thing I can tell people is your future generations are relying on your perseverance. They are relying on you to establish something so that in the future they can benefit from it. And if you give up today, you've disappointed so many people that come after you. Don't just look at what is going on or your present circumstances and lose hope. There's nobody who has an easy life. In our present times, because of social media, we always see people's highlights. We see their success, we see their celebrations, but we never see the hard work that they put into it. So we have this notion that some people have it smooth. Nobody has it smooth. There's midnight toil. There's people that work so much. There's so much stress that we don't see. So encourage yourself and understand that it's part of the journey and that you can do it. So keep going. Thank you.
Thank you. We thank you, Sister Cynthia, for such motivational words. So, if I did understand her point right, it means there are 24 hours in a day. There's 12 a.m., but there's also 12 p.m. So remember that if whatever goal, whatever determination that you set for yourself, you couldn't achieve it at 12 a.m., you still have that opportunity to put in more work. You still have that opportunity to sit down and realize what mistakes that you made and learn from those mistakes, because you can achieve it at 12 p.m. If it doesn't come 12 a.m., it will definitely come 12 p.m. or somewhere around the block. So, Sister Ella, how do you advise someone it is no time to give up? There's no time to give up. How do you advise somebody on that subject?
I would tell the person not to give up in so many ways. One is, even though it's hard to say you can't give up, or it's hard to go through troubles and just sit there, do nothing. You just feel like giving up and find another way or something. But as Christians, we have to pray to God through hard times, even good and bad times. We have to pray to God. So keep praying to God. He will answer you. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but one day just hope and have the faith that God will answer your prayers and help you not to give up on your hopes and dreams. That's what I can say.
Thank you, Sister Ella. Pray to God. Pray to God. Realize that you can't do it with your own strength. Realize that no matter how far you've gone in education, that cannot push you to do it. Pray to God. Rely on God. It may not come in the package that you're asking for, but regardless of what shape or form that it comes in the package that God knows it is best for you. So there's no time to give up, and don't give up yet. Sister, yeah, there's no time to give up. How would you advise somebody on that subject?
Okay, so as my other sister said already, you can't really measure how not to give up. Circumstances may come your way regardless of who you are or what you are. All you have to do first and foremost is to pray. Just keep your head up. In life, there will always be bumps in the road, but just look at the end result. That at the end, you know that there's something that you will achieve. So just keep your head up and just focus on the benefit or the what you will gain at the end of your trial or your temptation. So whatever you go through, just know that it would not last forever. Nothing is ever permanent. Conditions will ever change. So just look at the benefit and just hope that once it changes, you will not even remember what you went through. You will only remember the benefits or whatever you are enjoying. So look at it this way, that I have something that I have to achieve. So that's what I'm looking at for.
Well, thank you, sister. Yeah, keep your head up. Keep your head up. There's no time to give up. So don't give up yet. You'll make mistakes. As our sister said, life is like a bouncing road. There are sometimes you go down, sometimes you keep up. Sometimes you'll be happy, other times you'll be sad. Sometimes you cry, sometimes you rejoice. But whatever mistake that you make, do not allow that to hold you back. Keep your head up and realize that there's no time to give up. So don't give up. Bra Evans, there's no time to give up. So don't give up yet. How would you advise somebody on that subject?
Adding to what they all said, another thing I could say is, as Christians, as human beings, we all have to understand that there's a purpose for each and everybody on this earth. So once you get to the stage of giving up, understand that you have a purpose. So what is making you giving up your life? Like my sister said, this too, or whatever situation you're going through, this too might shall pass. Eventually it will pass. You not giving up means that, you know what, you don't believe that there is a God. So even if you don't want to get into that step, even if you don't want to believe that there's a God, understand that whatever situation you're going through, eventually it will pass. So also understand that you have a purpose on this earth. Understand your purpose and move on, and you will eventually achieve your goal. That's what I have to say.
Well, thank you, Bra Evans. We thank you for that. There's no time to give up, brethren, so don't give up yet. There's no time to give up, so don't give up yet. Realize that you have an ambition. Realize that you have a goal. So let that be your focus. I had the chance to meet one of the United States Special Forces guys, and he's in the Navy SEAL. And as you know, their training is probably the hardest training any military occupation gives its members. So I asked this guy, how come you made it through? Of almost the 230 something people that you went to class with, how come at the end of the day, at the end of your graduation day, there were only 16 of you standing on the stage? How come the rest couldn't graduate? And one thing he said to me is that whenever you set an ambition for yourself, find an excuse to win. Find an excuse to win that ambition. Don't find an excuse to give up. Find an excuse to win. Bra Prince, there's no time to give up, so don't give up yet.
Oh, well, I want to put this in short. Actually, giving up in life, then you're admitting to the fact that you're a loser. So if you believe that you are not a loser, then I think you don't have to give up. Like they all said, life is not that easy. I mean, there are ups and downs. You have to face it no matter what it is. You have to push on, endure the pain. And I think after any hard work, any try, there is a success, there is, some kind of, victory. So, to me, I wouldn't say it's a good thing, or I would advise someone to give up. No, because there have been so many situations that I myself, I felt like giving up, but I had people advising me, and I was able to succeed.
We thank you, Brother Prince, for that note. Brethren, as our brother said, you don't want to be called a loser. So don't give up. Don't give up and see yourself as somebody who is a loser. There are sometimes you look down on yourself. It's normal. But do not let that be an excuse to give up on whatever ambition that you set for yourself. Remember that whatever ambitions that you set for yourself will have a great impact on somebody. Always have that in mind. You are changing something. You are part of a bigger change that you may not be seeing it right now, but at the end of the day, when you achieve that ambition, you can proudly say that I did this. You did it because you thought of others. You did it because you wanted somebody, or you wanted some people to have that impact, to enjoy that impact. So, brethren, there's no time to give up. Don't give up yet. Brother Daniel, there's no time to give up, so don't give up yet. How would you advise us on that subject? There's no time to give up, so don't give up yet.
All right, so as we've all said, we thank God so much for this very important topic. There's no time to give up. Don't give up yet, because there's no time to give up. You don't really have time to worry about the mistakes that you've made. The time that you're spending wallowing in your sorrows and worrying about, hey, I'm a failure, I didn't get it right. Why don't you just learn the lessons and move on? Time that you are wasting, you're not getting it back. It is never coming back to you. So don't spend your time thinking about the mistakes that you did. Just take the lessons, move on. In life, nobody is perfect. You make the mistakes. When you make the mistakes, learn your lesson and move on, because you don't have time to think about the things that you did not achieve. Spend time to think about the next step that you're going to take. Again, as we fail, it gives us a reason, or one of the ways that we are not able to succeed in that particular field. So you ask yourself, what did I do wrong in this particular area? I wrote the exams, I could not get the grade that I want. I didn't pass. What did I do wrong? Okay, now I know. Next time when I'm getting this, or I'm doing this again, I wouldn't take this path. Learn from the path that you got wrong and learn from it, because we don't have time, beloved. The way the world is running, if you want to stay there and think about the mistakes that you're making, you're going to stay at one place for a very long time. Let that past go, forget about that, and move on. Press on towards your goal, and definitely you'll get there. Thank you, Pastor.
We thank you, Brother Daniel. We thank you as a pretendant for those words. Brethren, before we move to the concluding part, or before each of the panelists gives their final message, there's something that I'd like to tell you, and that is, the journey towards achieving your goals has been difficult. Yes, it will be difficult, but it doesn't mean that you should give up based on the difficulties you're facing right now. You've been putting in a lot of effort. Remember that first day when you set that goal for yourself. Since that time up to this point in time, you've been putting in a lot of effort. So ask yourself, is it therefore worth it for you to give up at this point? You set that goal for yourself maybe the beginning of the year, maybe somewhere last year. You've come so far not to give up. If you've done it up to this point, you can do it. If you've done it up to this point, you can do it. You shouldn't give up. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work that you've been doing. You've done a good work, but brethren, you can do the best. There is still a step ahead for you to go. As I said, if you've done it earlier, you can do it. If you've done it earlier, you can do it. So at this point, I'll leave it to the panelists to give their final messages. Brother Prince, any final message for those listening and watching?
I will play with you if you don't mind. I prefer to use my local dialect. I can flow very well. There's this message out. The person like me catch a tearful now. To me, who said there's no way out because I said we give you up. Guys said last semester now it took Uncle Virginia and then the Monday now your exams. I didn't know say no exams. I can say have a midterm exam within the week. One can say a Monday. So I call an exam so and I wasn't prepared. So meaning say me dear gravy. So results in the buy ampa F kesi upon so on the offer no the or paper no then on no kasa. So Phremmy then paper ma me na computer science no catch me say me go drop a class because you take me term exams then the next I think the next weekend more like final withdrawal yeah me go drop a class because me feel you should say and I'm catching so on me I pass I some I'm catching and then like or show me say like my class and I'm saying so pet that kind of words now my though Uncle Bill or Uncle Professor be and bubefu because my respecting them but like or show me say I so pet that kind of a but no advise me say the aka way you know even hard. They say I'm a failure there. They are coming in there, and I'm coming to drop and saving me GP. And I say, but I said, I'm catching them, so no, men drop it. The mechanic says, me drop here, my wasted sick. That's me, my family, that's how I was thinking, say, me drop here, my failure, I mean, my wasted sick because me not any aid beer. You know, men drop here, at least me not declare now, me the film car, me funny, sir, and then. God being so good. I mean, him said I mean, that was my best grade in that semester. I had a B plus. Though many A, but that was my best grade. And Ghana was, B and C. No, many dimple. Oh, my grades. But at least Dorcas and I dropping was my best grade. So I think say so kind of boom my bem I'm called drop here. Now I've given up. That's where. So my first I said I'm kind now my loser but my drop it and then keep on with the hard work and I may press on and then turn out to be something good.
We thank you, Brother Christ, for that example. Brother Evans, any final message for those watching and listening to
the little thing I have to say is we all have to understand that the way the world is going right now, there's nobody you can depend on. So you have to understand that man will fail you eventually. So depend on yourself and depend on God. You know yourself, God knows you. So God is the only person you can depend on. Do not depend on any individual to get to where you want to be, but depend on God. That's the only message I have to give to people. Depend on God. Thank you.
Sister, any final message?
Okay, I'll end by saying that if you try the first time and it doesn't work, just try the second time. If it doesn't work, keep trying and trying and trying until you cannot try anymore, which will probably be when you're not alive. So once you have life, you always have a chance. So just keep trusting yourself and just trust God and then just keep doing it. And when you fall, just pick yourself up and tell yourself that I can make it through Christ who strengthens me. Yeah.
Sister Ella, any final message?
All I have to say is don't give up. Just pray to God and He will answer you. He's the way of life and everything. He knows your strength. He knows everything about you. Just pray and work hard for yourself and eventually He will be your helper. Yes, amen.
Amen.
Sister Cynthia, what are your final messages to
I just want to say that life is a gift and we will account for this gift someday. We have to answer to God what we used our time for. So understand that we don't have time. Life is really short. So make the best out of everything. It's okay to cry if things don't go well. Crying is therapeutic. Just cry a little bit and then pick yourself up and go on. Thank you.
We thank you. My final message to my audiences is that keep up the good work and efforts that you are putting in. As I said earlier on, you've come too far to give up at this point. Keep up the good work. You will someday achieve it. Without even knowing it, you will someday achieve it. Remember that your joy in life is the hard work that you've endured. Your joy in life is the difficulties that you've endured. Your joy in life is those challenges and obstacles you didn't allow them to beat you down. That is your joy in life. Call it ambition, call it a goal, call it an aim, or call it a determination. Whatever that you want to call it. The fact that you've come to this point means you can achieve it someday. But brethren, put in the best effort. Put in the best effort not to give up. It will be difficult, and it has been difficult. But like that Navy SEAL told me, find an excuse not to give up on your ambition. Depend on God. Be careful not to lose focus. Brother Daniel, any final message to those watching you and those listening to you?
All right. So finally, just be determined not to give up. Tell yourself that I'm not going to give up. It's most of the giving up, it's stuff from our mind. We just entertain some thoughts in our mind. Just tell yourself that no matter what is going to happen, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to press on and press on and press on until I get it. When you are that determined to do it, no matter what is going to be thrown at you, no matter the challenge that will come to your face, and whatever you're doing, you will still stand strong. So have that mental effort, that determination in your mind, that no matter what is happening, I'm not going to give up. And God will definitely strengthen you. Christians, the good thing that we have is we have Christ. And as long as we have Christ, we have everything. As we are determined, God will grant us a spirit that will cause us to overcome anything that will be thrown at us. So God bless you so much. And have a nice Sunday. See you again next week Sunday. Enjoy and see ya.
Say bye-bye.
Before we bring the program to a close, I'd like to call on my sister Ya to give us a word of prayer.
Let's pray. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for today. We thank you for how far you have brought us, Lord. We thank you for using us to speak to your children, Lord. We pray that whatever that came out of us today, Lord, you will use these words to touch somebody's heart. Whatever they're going through, these words will touch their heart. We thank you, we give you the glory. We bless your holy name. Amen.
Amen.
Luncheon time.